Today on the channel, WrestleMania may be in our rearview mirror, but doesn't mean we can't do a special top 10. As today on the channel, I'm counting down my top 10 favorite WrestleMania 2026 reveals.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another edition of the Kyle Peterson Top 10, a Thursday tradition every single Thursday on the channel as we do a top 5 and occasionally, like today, a top 10 countdown. And today we got something fun as we're coming off of WrestleMania weekend. It is Christmas morning for wrestling collector fans, especially the wrestling figure variety. And we got all kinds of new reveals from our friends over there at Mattel. We got LJNs, we got main events, we got championship showdowns, we got exclusives, we got ringside exclusives, we got WWE shop exclusives, we got Masters of WWE Universe, we got new LJNs, Elites, Ultimates, and all points in between. A lot of stuff was shown off, and all in all, a pretty good showing by the Mattel team, I did feel. And in today's video, I'm going to count down my top 10 favorite reveals from the WrestleMania weekend. About a week or so ago, we did do a countdown of what I hope to see. A lot of that stuff came true. And of course, as I knew, people in the comments, and you knew, I didn't know. I didn't have anything. I just guessed, and you kind of know who they have signed, so you hope for the best. And we saw a lot of fun stuff and some surprises here. I've seen a few people in the comments, as usual. There's always pros and cons. A lot of people being disappointed they didn't see AAA. They didn't see Danhausen. Matt Cardona, I heard that as well. Too soon on that kind of stuff. And I was a little bit shocked we didn't see any real reveals as far as digital images or digital renders. Like we've seen slideshows in the past where they say, hey, upcoming in the future. And usually we'd see those renders, and then those renders would be the prototypes we'd see at San Diego Comic-Con. We didn't see a whole lot of that. We didn't see any of that really this go around. But I feel like they have so much product now, there's just enough. There's enough right here. Take that business step back. I think they showed us enough stuff. We don't want wallet fatigue, and we already got wallet fatigue. But I think some people get a little negative when they show too much stuff, just like when they show too little stuff. So long story short, you can't win no matter what you do with Mattel. That's just the way it goes. But a lot of fun stuff shown off this weekend, or last weekend, I guess, as I'm filming this. And a really good stuff, some okay stuff as well. I'm not going to do a negative video, but this one right here, we're going to do my top 10 reveals from the WrestleMania weekend. And we're going to do this one like we do all the other top 5, top 10 countdowns. We're going to start at number 10, work our way to number 1. Number 1 being my absolute favorite reveal of the weekend. As usual, this is my list, so you know it's 100% correct. But your list can also be 100% correct. Put it in the comments down below. So without further ado, let's run through them. Let's start off at number 10. The countdown begins here at number 10, and number 10 was a close one for me, as I really did like that Rock Fanny Pack edition. I love deep cuts like that, but we're going to call that number 11. We're not counting it for number 10. But one of the wishes I had for the WrestleMania weekend that I did in the video, I said, I hope we see this. We did get it. So coming to the Target Legends line, we do got the return of the Steiner brothers, but we're going way back, and that's where I want to go. We're going to the NWA version of the Steiners. Prototype versions, couldn't really see everything quite yet. They don't have all the color on them, but it's an early rendition of the Steiners with some early NWA title belts too. New belt collector's going to be very excited about that one as we got new belt in the line. Very cool to see that. Apparently Alex will be drawn on Rick Steiner's hand. He used to have his little friend he used to talk to once upon a time. Really makes me wish we could get Robin Green. Obviously that's probably not going to happen. But definitely a cool time for the Steiner brothers, early Steiner brothers. And, you know, I was there from the inception of the Steiner brothers. Yes, when they were born, I was there, Todd. Man, maybe not. But at least their inception to the NWA early days as WCW. So very exciting for me. Coming in at number 10, Target Legends, Steiner brothers. For the countdown, we're going to number 9. And number 9, we're going to the Monday Night Wars line. Of course, the Walmart exclusive line. And number 9 for me is a deep, deep cut. But once again, I was really hoping we'd see this weekend. We had just recently came off of Billy Gunn in the Monday Night Wars line. And I said to myself, man, we need a Rockabilly. I think that would work. Well, look what we're getting. We're getting Rockabilly as the Build-A-Figure from the Monday Night Wars line. Very, very fun. I almost feel like he could sell on his own, but probably playing it safe with the Build-A-Figure is what it is. We'll rock and roll, strut and stroll with Rockabilly. Coming in, number 9 to the Walmart Monday Night Wars line. We're feeling great at number 8, and if you're a He-Man fan, you're feeling great all of 2026. It is the year of the Masters of the Universe. If you go back to Mattel Creations revealed event, I was there. You guys know that. We've covered that in depth on the channel. I did call out my love for Masters of the Universe as I did get to reveal the Stone Cold figure. But the Masters is a very important brand to me, but it's also even more important this year for the Mattel organization. And I talked about how I told Steve, of course, from the Mattel team, I said, Steve, boy, you guys should have came out with a Masters WWE Universe. Would have been a perfect time. And Steve kind of joked about it. Obviously didn't give me anything, but lo and behold, here we are at number 8. It is the Masters of WWE Universe returning to Walmart. Pretty exciting there if you're a He-Man and WWE fan like myself. If you grew up with both those properties, you're playing a lot of hits with this one. And this one, I want to say came out of left field, but it really does make business sense. They're going to hone in, get as much as they can. If the WWE Mattel team can make some money from the Masters team, guess what? They're going to do it. It's business after all. But fun to see this line come back. It'll be very interesting to see how many waves, though. I could easily see this being just like 2-3 waves and then maybe back on ice or done forever. Just try to ride that high of the Masters movie. We'll see where it ends up going, but I'm excited for it. Masters WWE Universe coming in, number 8. Rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling our way into number 7, but one guy wasn't invited. It was one Marty Jannetty, Todd McFarlane, but rocker Shawn Michaels was invited to the party, and that's the number 7 selection. Greatest hits, Target Legends, rocker Shawn Michaels. I'm here for all the rockers. Just is disappointing we don't have Marty Jannetty to go with this Shawn, but we've got so many Shawns over the last few years. I guess it is time to get some of these rocker looks out there, even if we can't get Marty Jannetty. And this was a nice surprise for us because we've heard in the past that Bill McKenna specifically, and others I'm assuming, we know what happens when we assume, Todd McFarlane, are not really a fan of releasing one half of tag teams. But I think there's enough meat on the bone for Shawn Michaels. He is a Mount Rushmore guy for a lot of people. I think these will sell okay, and I can see some people doing some easy customizing. Can we find a Jannetty head somewhere, pop that on, and bam, you got the rockers again? We'll see what ends up happening. I'm sure customizers right now are honing their craft on some 3D printed Marty Jannetty heads to go along with this Shawn Michaels. So a very fun one I didn't expect, and I'm here for it. Rocker Shawn Michaels coming in at number 7. The number 6 selection in my top 10 countdown goes into the it's so bad, it's good department. Now, you guys know me. I'm not the biggest Undertaker guy. I do prefer the Biker Taker, and when I can get a Biker Taker in some crazy snakeskin pants, sign me up all day long. From the upcoming Survivor Series wave, it is the Undertaker in those wild pants. Such a weird deal. It's such a deep cut. I absolutely love it. This is what is fun, and for me, who has a lot of action figures, stuff like this excites me more maybe than the average person, but this is a very fun, deep cut Undertaker, and I'm happy Mattel gave that to collectors and deep cut fans like myself. So the Undertaker in his snakeskin pants going to come in number 6. At the halfway point of the countdown, you got your list together, put it in the comments down below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. What are you waiting for? Make sure you get subscribed over here, as we've got countdown videos every single Thursday on top of tons of other videos every single day between both YouTube channels that I have. Make sure you subscribe. And number 5 is one you know I'm here for it. I'm an Ultimate Warrior guy. Give me all the Warriors, and this one has been on the list for years, and it finally got its turn to come to the Monday Night Wars. It is the Ultimate Warrior with black face paint and hat and picture that was given to him by Jerry the King Lawler, and I guess that's a nice way to say bashed over his head from Jerry the King Lawler. But I want all the Warriors I can get, and something about this Warrior is so different with the black face paint, the hat. It is just so crazy different, off the beaten path from our normal everyday Warriors. Now, I'm here for all those Warriors, but to get something so different is very fun. Much like we were talking about with The Undertaker, kind of a very similar thing here for the Ultimate Warrior. So Ultimate Warrior in hat, Monday Night Wars coming in number 5 on the top 10 list. Next up on the countdown is the number 4 selection, and we knew this one was coming as we did see the Fig Guys podcast. It was in the background of Steve's collection. It is the Coliseum Collection Demolition. Now, this is a weird one too. I'm not sure how I totally feel for it. It is what it is, but obviously Smash was not part of LJN, so he really shouldn't be part of Coliseum Collection. But if they're going to do it, because obviously Axe was a part of that, Smash was supposed to come in the future, I feel like, okay, I could kind of play along with that one there, because if it would have continued, we would have got smashed. And I do like that they gave him matching face paint to Axe for how he would have been in LJN, I guess we assume once again. So I'll play along. I'm a Demolition guy. I'm a face paint guy. I am here for that. It looks really good, but I love that they give us the opportunity to swap heads to more traditional looks for Demolition, which really makes this a 2-in-1 figure that I'm going to have to buy multiples of these for my collection to display the different looks. You put the Ultimate regular edition on a shelf, then you put the Coliseum and the red face paint on a different shelf. That's how my mind's thinking here. But great to get Demolition while we can, and this one is pretty awesome. Coming in number 4, Coliseum Collection, ringside exclusive, Demolition. Getting to the end of the countdown here, we're at number 3. And number 3 is a line that we were briefly introduced to. We didn't know what was going on. We weren't sure if it was a box set, a one-off, what was going on here, but it became much more clear WrestleMania weekend. We're going at number 3 to Walmart once again. We're going to the Saturday night's main event elite exclusive line to Walmart. Pretty darn cool if you're a kid like me that loves Saturday night's main event, or you're a new kid like me that loves the modern Saturday night's main event. It looks like there's something for everybody here. 2 classics, 2 current stars, and we're going to get multiple series throughout the year. I do like that these are dumbed down a little bit, as we don't get extra heads. We get maybe 1 set of hands, maybe a steel chair, but it doesn't have tons of bells and whistles in it. It's on a blister card, very old school packaging design. It's simple, effective, but looks very nice, looks very clean. Should be a very fun supplement to the Elite line. My only thing is, I hope the price point's around $20, $21. I hope they don't try to charge $26, $27 for this, because it really seems fair, not fair at all, because these are a little less than your traditional Elites in what you do come across with. So hoping for around a $19.99 price point. We'll see what ends up happening. But there's a lot of great looks from the years of Saturday night's main event, and it gets us a guy like Hillbilly Jim in the line. A lot of fun excitement here. I wonder how Target feels about it with the Legends going to be over there. I'm probably overthinking it. They could probably care less, in all honesty. But it's been interesting to see how Target and Walmart weave back and forth with some of these different exclusives and who gets what and what goes where. Something to stay tuned to in the future. But number 3, Saturday night's main event Walmart exclusive line. We've landed firmly at the number 2 spot in our countdown, and this is one I did not expect at all. I honestly thought this would have been Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the defining moments once upon a time as an elite Target legend. That's what I thought we would have got. Instead, they came with another Ultimate Warrior, and I know some people are like, oh, no more Warriors, but for me, being my favorite of all time, you know this was going to be on my list, but it is the Target Legend Ultimate Warrior Ultimate Edition, the Ultimate Warrior. But I absolutely love that it is the homage, Todd McFarlane, to the Hasbro number 2 Ultimate Warrior. I think that is very fun. We get some extras in a soft goods shirt. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but guess what? I'm going to roll with it. I'll be buying 3 of these for my collection, 1 a minimum box, and then 2 to display both looks. Very, very fun here. I love this idea. And once again, it goes to playing a little business hat. I can see the Target buyer there. Ultimate Warrior for us, only us. I'm in. I could see that happening. So it makes a lot of business sense as well. But man, oh man, give me all the Warriors. You know I'm going to be biased to some Warriors. Warrior, the Target Legend, Ultimate Warrior comes in at number 2, which means there could only be one. What was my favorite reveal from WrestleMania weekend? Well, stay tuned. Here we are. We're at the top spot. My number 1 selection, my number 1 favorite reveal of WrestleMania weekend. Once again, get your list together. Put it in the comments down below. And you know what? Make sure you're checking out my podcast. I got to plug it, of course, because who else is, Todd? I don't see you plugging on your social media, but it is the Kyle Peterson Show, available every single Tuesday where podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. Check that out. We got an interesting business hat video this week as well, talking a little wrestling figure nuisance, maybe. So be on the lookout for that this coming Tuesday, or, as I always say, early for Patreon members, YouTube channel members. But here we are. We're at the number 1 spot, my number 1 favorite reveal of the weekend. I have to think a lot of people have this maybe on their list. And one of the reasons this went to number 1 for me was it came out of nowhere. I didn't even think this was a possibility. To me, this is the equivalent of walking into my local Target and seeing a new line of action figures I didn't even know existed, like when I was a little kid. So A little special, little nostalgia with this is I think in 2026, that's the closest thing we get to that old-timey feeling, if you do know that feeling. But what is number one? Well, we're going to that beautiful Funk family. We're getting Dory Funk Jr. Target Legends Build-A-Figure in my number one spot. I'll be the first to admit, probably the least toyetic figure we saw all weekend. There's not a lot of pizzazz with this one. But I am a Funk guy, specifically a Terry Funk guy. I've dreamed of having a Dory Funk figure forever. I knew it would be a tough sell because, once again, very plain Jane. It's a guy in trunks and a cowboy hat. That's not for everybody. Little Jimmy out there, you don't want that Dory Funk. And I really appreciate Mattel moving that one past the goalpost and getting that out to retail. Yes, they had to do the Build-A-Figure route there. I do not think he would have sold on his own. But man, oh man, this really feels special in the collection. Say what you want about Dory Funk Jr., one of the all-time greats, former NWA champion. I just need a Terry Funk to go along with that one. It would be beautiful. I don't think we'll ever get another chance at a Dory Funk Jr. I just don't think there's enough meat on the bone there. So I'm going to take this as a big W, a big victory here. Very excited. Coming out of the blue, a Build-A-Figure, a Funk family member. Just a lot to like about this one. And I can understand if it's not top of your list, but we should all enjoy this a little bit as we get a very deep cut, a very famous wrestler that maybe doesn't get his flowers here in 2026. You're a Terry Funk fan, you're a Funk family fan, you should enjoy this one a lot. And then the purpose I talked about earlier, just the surprise factor. A legend we didn't even think was possible getting his figure. There's a lot of things, and that adds up to fun, which adds up to number one on my top 10 list right here today of my favorite WrestleMania reveals. But now I'm going to ask you one last time, what's your favorite? What's your list look like? Put it in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. You guys know that by now. 2 YouTube channels to subscribe to. All kinds of stuff. Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. Tons of stuff to keep you busy. Already plugged the podcast already. Check that out if you haven't already. Sir Paul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show, which is the name of my podcast, of course. But at TheKylePetersonShow@gmail.com is you can email me if you need to get a hold of me for whatever reason. And then both of my books available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. So for the WrestleMania Top 10, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we going to dance or are we going to play?
Hey, hey, come on, get a here,